أما أكيد نحيا نسعوا النولي وربنا إله أما سنة أبني للعيد ساعة كو عاونة رجعنا نمسبته نني حجر اللي تلبنو كني مرحبا كافت قرنته نولي يعنتي نسعى عواتي عبد الله كني تله أكاه قبلي تاني نكاه اوكي مرحبا ان شاء الله كادو امبليانه امبيانه ان شاء الله قامنا شو حشمله عواتي عبد الله ومن انكو بصلي شيعي يوم بكاين حبته نوتميتمي قامنا شو كنا الحين. Thank you for coming. We welcome you on behalf of all our viewers to our studio. We are very much happy. We are so delighted to see you in our studio. We expect more from you as an expert, an artist. We will have some questions from our audience, and we will speak about your artistic work, your background, what you have been doing, what you will do, and so on and so on. Can we start by asking you who you are? Can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Just to ask, are they gonna send in questions or?
No, just we are starting.
Okay.
We are starting. Just a second. حشمة اللي كتبتين أيكن نعرف سونم. كادو إن شاء الله كالي لنو وقرو تلابا نانينو. مثلا فند وقاقع نيا سيد فيه تكنيك وقاقع نيا سيد فينكو. أولهني سجله صراحة كوقت كورشنو كنا السر اللي لما حطونا كتير الحين من اللي كنا سنة كارف فدم. Go ahead, Awate. You can start.
Okay. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Good to meet you as well. Yeah, my name is Awate. I was born on the 29th of May, 1991.
1991.
In Jeddah. But not just 1991, the 29th of May, 1991.
Right.
So, the day that I was born, Eritrea was freed.
Yes.
And I was born in Jeddah because we weren't in Eritrea at the time.
So if you were a girl, you would have been called Hurriya, yeah?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Hurriya is the name. Yeah. Victory, freedom.
In which language is Hurriya?
Arabic.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hurriya.
So Awate is Tigray.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Tigray. And then Awate.
Oh, that's why you've been called. Or I thought you've been called Awate after the freedom fighter who started the struggle, Awate.
Yeah, but
Is it?
so I was named after Hamid Idris Awate,
Yeah.
who founded the Eritrean Liberation Front in 1961.
Right.
Nearly exactly 29 days and 1 day after his officially recorded date of death, which at the time, I don't know if people knew when he died, so I don't know if it's official.
Yeah.
But he officially, on his on the official records, it says the May 28th, 62.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was born on May 29th, 91.
So only 2 years also the day he started the struggle, yeah?
No, they started struggle, but the day that I was born, the war ended. On the 24th of May, 1991,
I'm saying
Asmara was freed.
Yes.
And then 5 days later, the entire country was. So I'm the exact same age as the free Eritrea, or the Eritrea that was liberated.
Yes.
And yeah, so I was born in Jeddah, and then when I was 2, I came to London.
Oh, okay.
With in 1993, me and my mum.
Okay.
And my dad came later. Yeah, so that's the beginning. If you want to try it.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, enough. حشمل كتبتني انت عواتي عبدالله انكوها ابي سكتاني تانين شيء سقلا بول سقلا كينيكي إذا ترى حرية جيت اللي عده أما هو كان يدك النيو بكين ولا تناك سقل جنبوت معنا كني ما قد حرية بركيني أكيد حرية كاي حيل عندي معنا كني ده ما كان يسقونه أما كيكو تكيمته بورسقلا كلامه أما يكو تاه لندن اللي يعني كني هو رجع سجم
But really quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was named after Hamid Idris Awate.
Yeah.
The day that I was born was the day that victory was achieved.
Yes.
And the meaning. So in Tigray, Awate means victory.
Exactly.
In Tigrinya, it's Awit.
Awate, yeah.
Awit.
Yeah.
What's it in Saho? Victory.
Nasr.
Like Nasr.
is
Like
Arabic.
Nasr.
Yeah, Nasr.
Okay. So when I met, we're gonna go later about my career and stuff. But there's a famous
Nasr,
rapper,
yeah.
one of the most famous rappers in the world, and one of the greatest rappers ever is called a guy called Nasir.
Okay.
Nasir Jones.
Right.
He's from New York.
Okay.
So when I met him, I said to him, "We have the same name. My name means victory."
Is
as
he
well.
really Nasr?
Nasir, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because his dad is called
Is he Egyptian?
Oludara.
From
No, it's black, but
yeah.
the number one ethnicity of Muslims in the United States is
Okay.
black.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So-
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So let's continue. Tell us more about your background. For example, when you came here, what your childhood looked like? You went to school. After what have you done?
Okay, so I didn't go to school that much
All right.
because so when I came to Britain, so I'm from the 20th century, which now it feels like there's a big difference between people who were born in the 20th century and people who were born in the 21st century. For me, I still saw the black and white movies. When I was growing up, we had TV, we had TV shows that were made in 1940s.
Yeah.
Today, they wouldn't show that to the kids. They have to show them very colourful, shiny things, very new CGI cartoons.
Yeah.
I was seeing the cartoons that my parents, if they were in this country, if I was an English kid, the stuff on television was the same stuff on television for the same since television was created.
Yeah.
So, I'm from a time when there's still a lot of racism in Britain, but I'm from a time where it was okay to be racist.
When you came.
When I came here, like no one was really against it.
Right.
It wasn't seen as being bad. There wasn't really a movement against it. The only movements against racism were internally. You had to do something.
Like what?
Like if someone wanted to assault you because of your skin color, you had to defend yourself.
Right.
If some kids in school wanted to say some things, you had to learn
Respond, yeah.
the defense mechanisms emotionally, using language. And also, when it got down to it, you had to learn how to protect yourself because there's 5 kids who are all calling you names, they're throwing stones at you. So that's when I said I didn't go to school a lot because I was excluded the most in the history of my primary school. And my primary school has existed for maybe 100 years. And in the time when I was in my secondary school, I was the person excluded the most because of the racism from the students, the racism from the teachers, and the lack of support,
Right.
and the lack of understanding from the power structures.
Yeah. I mean, it is hard to understand because even now, when you compare now and then, what is the difference? Is it okay now? Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, you are saying I stopped school because of racism. Then it must be
No, it's not
worse
okay.
that time.
No, it's not. It's not okay because even now today, if you go onto Twitter, you go onto the internet, you can see stories every day about black kids, about Asian kids, about Muslim kids, South American children in the British schools, and the most horrific things are being done to them by the other students. They're calling them stuff. Their parents are raising them as racists, and these children are facing traumatizing abuse every single day, and the teachers are just as racist in a lot of the situations. It's not like they're all from the same area, When I grew up, when I was growing up in my estate where I grew up, which was what you'd call, in America they call it a ghetto. Here we call it a council estate, but a sink estate. I was from one of the worst council estates. That's where we grew up, where I grew up.
Camden.
In Camden, but it was called Maiden Lane Estate. So this estate is in the middle of King's Cross and Camden High Street, 2 areas where there's a lot of poverty and a lot of commerce being done by poor people, which is drugs, which is sex work, which is stolen goods, stolen, motorcycles and bicycles, that kind of thing, and no government support, no infrastructure in the area. So that's where I grew up. And so before I went to school, I was fighting against.
When did you start school? Did you go after school, some sort of school anyway? Yeah, you went.
I went to school, but I got sent home. They said you can't come to school. Awate can't come to school for 2 weeks. For 1 month, send him home. Don't bring him back because he keeps fighting with the kids.
All right.
Why am I fighting? There must be a provocation for that to exist.
All right. Yeah.
But the same children that were in the area that I lived, because they're in my area, when I got older, they were in my school, the junior school, because it's the same people. So these are racist kids with their racist parents. So you don't think their parents are teaching in the area, or they're doing the bins in the area, or they're on the bus driver with the racist kids. So they're getting the racism from somewhere.
Right.
I go to the same school as them. I go to the same secondary school as them, and then when I leave school, they're gonna become police officers. Yeah, it's the same racist kids. It's life, It
is.
So that was the kind of environment. That was the version of London that I grew up in. I had to fight every day.
Right. So after, how you end up a rapper then? You went after you went to school. Then now as your profession, what do you do for living then? How you end up a rapper, or what kind of job you do? Can you speak about that?
Yeah. So. To be able to find a productive way of expressing myself instead of throwing chairs and tables at the teachers and at the other students, which happens. Emotionally, it's too much to deal with. Every single day, every hour, in every lesson, you're being called racist things and throwing stuff at you. It's too much. So that's why I'd explode and I'd black out. No memory. I don't remember anything. But when I come, I see all of the students there at the end of one room, afraid, and there's windows broken, the chairs are broken, and it was from me, because it's too much. So when someone told me, or when I started to realize there were other ways of expressing myself other than violent outbursts, because I was a child, my mum, she taught me English too much. So I should have been, when I started school in this country, I should have been in grade 5 when I was in grade 2, for example.
So she was helping you at home, like homeschooling?
Yeah, because she didn't know that the children in England are stupid.
She didn't know.
They send them to school with not knowing how to read.
Right.
So they teach you in school how to read. But my mum, because we're African, because we're from Eritrea, because she wanted herself to learn and to go to university to study, she was teaching me. Because she thought, when you go to school, you have to be the same level as the English students. Because when you think of England, you think of the Queen. You don't think of poor people in England.
No, that's poor people.
But I'm not going to school with the rich people. I'm going to school with poor children.
Sure.
So the poor children don't know English. They don't know how to read, how to count, anything. So because my mum over-taught me English, I should have been in the higher grades. When I was 7, my reading was 14 years old, the same reading age of a 14-year-old.
Right.
The comprehension, because of my problems with all of the students, with the teachers, with all of that, because I kept being excluded and nearly expelled, they had to give me a lot of support. Child psychologists, child psychiatrists, mentors, a lot of testing, because it's either this kid is crazy because he's going mad and he keeps violent. The other parents don't want him to come to the school.
Right.
So then they had to give me something. So then they brought a creative writing teacher. And they said, okay, you're gifted and talented. So they had a program for the smartest kids in the school to do extracurricular activities. The ones that they gave me, because I was so good at English, so good at communication, funnily, even though I couldn't communicate when I was angry, they gave me the creative writing classes. So from that, it's using language. It's using language to show emotion and to express yourself.
Metaphor.
Metaphors, using alliteration,
Right.
humor,
Yeah.
rage, anger. You
Yeah.
know, you can right or wrong. You can invent the bully that's in your school,
Yeah.
the racist kid. You can write a story where you beat up the kid, and no one had to be assaulted. You can't get in trouble
That's right.
because it's a story. So that was my imagination. You know, you give the child, you give anyone the power of imagination, and it's infinite. You can do anything.
That's right.
So then when I went to secondary school, when I was 11, 12, when you go to the bigger school, high school in the UK, when I went there, an album came out, which was the biggest album in the world by a guy called 50 Cent,
Okay.
called Get Rich or Die Trying.
Mm-hmm.
This was the biggest piece of music, this album,
Mm-hmm.
for my generation. This changed everything. For anyone my age, 5 years older, 5 years younger, this was like a big thing for them.
Mm.
So for me, if you've seen the cover of Get Rich or
What's
Die
the
Trying,
name?
50 Cent. 50 Cent.
Is his name?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's his nickname.
Yeah, nickname. Okay.
Yeah, his name is Curtis Jackson.
Right.
And he's from New York as well. The same area as the guy I told you, Nasir.
Nasir.
Nasir, the same area. He's from
Right.
Queens
Okay.
in New York.
Okay.
And the album cover is him. He's topless, no clothes, but he's wearing. He's got no clothes, like no top, but he's wearing jeans,
Right.
and he's very muscular.
Yeah.
And there's glass in front of him, and there's bullet holes
Yeah.
from a gun, right?
Right, yeah.
Bullet holes in the glass,
Mm.
and he's got so many muscles. And the album is called Get Rich or Die Trying.
Get rich or die.
Die trying. So if I don't get rich, I'm dead.
Yeah. Just try.
Yeah, but also, his story is that he was shot 9 times. They shot him 9 times. They nearly killed him.
Mm. But he didn't die.
9 bullets. Assassin came to kill him,
Yeah.
and he didn't die. So, but now, you know, after surgery, after you're shot 9 times, you lose all of your muscle.
Sure.
This is him 2 years after being shot. This was the cover.
Mm.
So this was the biggest piece of music, and his music was very aggressive. It's very angry. It was like war. All of the music.
Of course, he was. Getting out.
Yeah, they
all-
tried to kill him. So then he went to the gym for 2 years, you know, and he developed a group of friends around him, so very protected. And his music was about anger, and if you touch me, I will kill you. That was his music.
Mm.
So I'm 11, 12 years old. I'm fighting everyone in the school. I'm young, I'm black, I'm Muslim. I'm trying to survive.
Yeah.
And there's a guy with the biggest song in the world talking
Was-
about you can defend yourself, protect yourself, anger, anger, anger. Everything is war. So for me, that was and already I was writing my poems. I was doing my creative writing. I was writing short stories,
Right.
not music,
Yeah.
but poems. Just anything, you know, about my day, just to get my emotions. If I'm had a happy day, I can write about that.
Mm.
I can write about if I'm having a bad day. I
Right
can
there,
write.
we just.
Yeah, but creatively. So if it's a bad day, I'll write about a volcano and the lava and magma, you know, and come up with a metaphor, something creative.
Yeah.
So when I heard that this black guy was talking about using all of the inspiration of the trauma of his life
Yeah.
as armor, as a suit of armor, as like in medieval times, you know, the metal, the suit, what clothes.
Roman.
It's
Roman soldiers.
yeah, that's how he's using his music
Mm. Yeah.
and his words. He's using them for his self-esteem. If you write down "I am great" and you say "I am great," you feel great.
Yeah, you convince yourself.
Yeah.
So he inspired you.
So yeah, he inspired me to do that. But I
Mm.
didn't know about the revolutionary aspects of hip hop music. I just knew about this guy who's angry and sometimes party music. To sell records on the radio, you have to do.
Yeah.
Let's have a party.
Yeah.
Everyone have fun songs.
Yeah. Love song.
Yeah, all of this kind of stuff. So that was before I knew about this was one artist, and the hip hop on the radio, the rap music that if you're in the supermarket, you hear it,
Yeah.
or if you're in the car on the radio,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be the most revolutionary hip hop. It's gonna be the party and love songs and this stuff and buy cars, buy champagne, all of this stuff.
Mhm.
But more music is being made by rappers that is revolutionary, that is political, that is social, that is intelligent.
Mhm.
So then, after I found out about 50 Cent, I was obsessed with the genre of hip hop because it was black, you know, and because it was self-esteem for me.
So you felt he's singing on behalf of you or just addressing your issues? So
Yeah, because he's from a violent place.
yeah.
I'm from a violent place. A lot of poverty, a lot of drugs, a
Yeah.
lot of this, that. It's similar. It's the same. New York and Camden, New York, Queens, New York, New York and
Ghetto.
London.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same as Paris and Berlin.
Right.
It's the same as in Napoli. It's the same in wherever, in Keren. It's the same in Sao Paulo, in Brazil, in Rio. Poor people is poor people.
Yeah, poor.
It's poor, you know. And if you have the internet and you have music, they're listening to the same songs in Rio and in Paris and in London and Manchester and in New York. It's the same music they're listening to.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you are only expressing the idea or the situation in your area.
No, but everyone, the whole diaspora.
Universal, yeah.
Yeah, the whole African diaspora,
Sure.
the whole black people worldwide, we're always being
Oppressed.
targeted and oppressed. So it's the same oppression. So then after 50 Cent, I listened to some other artists, but the biggest one for me is a guy called Mos Def. His name now Yassine Bey.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Brooklyn in New
Yeah, I
York.
saw on your album written or something. Is he involved in your?
Yeah,
Or he had a tour with you.
Sort of, yeah. I've performed with him a lot, and he's
Yeah.
one of my
read.
mentors.
Right.
But he's one of my friends as well.
Sure.
But this guy saved my life because of 50 Cent, and his music was a lot about crime. But he was rich. He wasn't doing any crime anyway. But he was talking about his previous life. Then he changed. Then it influenced me because
you said one thing. Because he was rich, he doesn't commit crime. You said.
Yeah, but he's talking about.
Do you mean poor people are criminals?
No. No, but I don't believe in crime. Anyway, it's criminal. What's the criminal? If you call me I'm a criminal. I commit crimes all the time. I have to. I'm poor. What do you want to do? It's okay.
If I call you criminal, it means you are criminal anyway.
But I don't believe in the liberal idea of crime and what is not crime is invented by John Locke. Yeah, and this liberal idea of what is good and what is not good.
Yeah.
It's if I need to steal to eat.
So it's philosophy.
It's not crime. This is human. This is it must. The fact that there's a price on the bread. If I'm starving,
if you are stealing somebody's
if someone's
property,
starving,
it's not crime.
Not necessarily.
How?
No, not necessarily. Because we must look at when it became their property, like land.
No, I'm saying.
When was land?
I'm saying you are a shoplifter. I mean, you take something from the shop.
Yeah, You're liberating it because what if you? I don't know the situation.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. But what I was saying generally was.
Yeah.
Because of 50 Cent's message.
Mm-hmm. You started
which was an aggressive one, but in the face of white supremacy, you need to be sometimes aggressive or assertive to live. If you're passive, you'll be in jail. That's it. You listen to all the stories and nothing will happen in your life. But because of that, it sent me on a path that I shouldn't have gone past. Because he was talking about if someone punches you, shoot them. You know, that kind of stuff. Because it's defense.
Yeah.
So then when I heard Mos Def, Yassine Bey, his first album is called Black on Both Sides.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts off with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I realized, what? There are Muslim rappers.
Oh.
And then I realized about
This is way before.
Now I'm 15. I'm 15 years old now. So I'm already rapping. I'm rapping. I only know about the party and the love music and the violence music and the proper the struggle music about being poor.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the conscious music, the rappers who everything for them was about Malcolm X, was about Islam, was about philosophy, was about community, and there were so many musicians. There's a universe of rappers and hip-hop artists and singers whose music is about this, but I didn't know. So then when I found out about Mos Def, it changed my perspective and it changed how I wrote. And then I started to write about the things that I already was experiencing in life.
Yeah. So, then we asked you what kind of job you do, for example, apart from music. Do you do any other job like? For example, I saw you. I read somewhere you wrote for the Guardian.
Yeah.
I mean, am I right to say you are also a journalist?
Yeah, but even the music is journalism.
Yeah.
So, Chuck D from Public Enemy
Yeah.
said that hip hop is CNN for the black community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hip hop is a way for you to get news, but
Yeah.
But you also you add the analysis on the news. They just tell you the facts in their eyes, but they don't give you any analysis. Sometimes there's a news program where they can talk a bit more in depth, but there's not enough time.
Yeah.
So in my music, I do the same thing. I talk about something and I deconstruct it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I've written for The Guardian, I've written for The Independent as an actual journalist, like an article. I've worked for Channel 4 News as a filmmaker as well. In
Channel
4,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I've done lots of projects, so I do a lot of commissions. I do a lot of community projects, a lot of arts projects, a lot of teaching.
Yeah.
So I'm an educator. I taught in a
Teaching what, for example, like what kind of teaching? You speak about issues.
So I taught for 1 year in a school for children who'd been expelled from school, like so nearly me.
Yeah, you know what that means.
Yeah, and the place that I taught was in my area, so it was the place. If I did get expelled, I would have been in this place.
Yeah.
So I was teaching music technology there. So with a computer, how to make beats and how to sequence, how to compose music, as well. I've taught literacy, English, poetry, rap, music, philosophy. I've lectured about architecture and utopia and politics at a few different universities as well. So yeah, that's in terms of teaching and journalism, but also, you know, I run my label. I don't work for anyone, so I'm self-employed. So all of my music is self-released, which means I have to come up with the press campaigns. I have to do funding applications and get funding for the album, to make the videos and to tour, all of that.
Okay, let us recap for our viewers what you've been saying. Hishmale katatenit kabar bahnina negadanti aka noli hiwana shayna lugha ko habitanin in English kinni inko irol yobokini irol arsimi maramalle عندي يمتيني عاشر ويتو كادو سكنه هو رشا سبيق الساكو دليو اللي أجد الدارين لو عقب كيس هذا فردي عم كاكو ندرس فردينا مدرسة هو كانت هداني مهد بالك مثلا كل عيد الروح حسان ديت كل عيدك عنصرية كل لبن أما دسو فرديه مثلا ما هو كبتيا كاتوكي كي تهيك ما بين الحه تلحش أدفعتك كن كلل تاتي رباش كني تاتي ومتيا كني أنا كواحد أنا نمبلي بخاف عنصرية إلا كي تنام كني إنه هو رشاس وجم أما يكو أقول تحرقانه تما إيش حرقان يياعو أكيد مري أكيد مثلا أرحين أسكما 50 سنت أرحين كنتم سنتيمية صاره لفنان بردو رابر كني راب نجدا صاري قبل بالك والله لا اللي بالك شيء ولا عينها مرقد كني انجلش وورلد المعنى كني توقع كو وتمي ينعرض يدور شتني الحين انجليش معنى كني معيت انجليش بعد مثبتها الليل عجاجنا كتابه اكهباكه عرض دباين مثبتها تما كهدنا يمينكو سارة معيتي يدرس مرة اللي هي جنته أجاجي تودي عجاجات كتابة كدو مثلا The Guardian كارحين صحافة مثلا غازي تقرأ جنته عمل يكتبين أكي عيو مثلا فاندين السروبا اللي معنا مناجر كمبانيا أكيد نحن منظمات يبلي جنته يشتغلهم كني نهو ولا شاسو جم أما وقعكو سايتمي هدول الرجاي مشكلة سايتمي كني تموسيقى السيم وزو كمان موسيقى عينا راب كان ملل إشي حركانا كهتياعي مرقد ديكو ولا عينا كني اسكي تالي سينا شابوكيو انكتا إن شاء الله تالي آلوكيو تياسين الشاب بوكيو أحبار اللي موسيقى يقولون أما صراحة ما تيدنه هو أنا شو كني أي سبت حكيني تتاك موسيقى أي ورشة نرحي كايسترنو كيلو لكن بوكاكو نانو أسوك أي بام أما هي سبت حكيني إدوان شانانم كباه ني دودا أي بودي عم ني دودا مثلا ساهوي تكيني إرتريايتو كيني أما هي سبته نفرشيشنا أنا كافرشيشنا كي يهجلهم لي الرخاء كني يعني فدلوا مثلا ألمانيا كني فرنسا كني عربي كني أكيد لقاته ساهو أبين حمري سمني دوداش ينفعون الدعانم أما قدنا أنو كبدنا نولتني الحنتياه كني كافت حجرة كابشنا اليوم إيه لهبنا أنا وقول الليل هذا أنو أسمعك كنا ننكبه علاجي كاف إن شاء الله أبي تنين من به أبي مركب كادو أما موسيقى سنة شابك I will play the music and this should not be recording. Okay, yeah. Okay. أما موسيقى سنة شابك يو أسوق دقريا.
It's almost like we aren't here. The flats are gone. Yeah, and I know damn well that they want it, so the blacks are gone. We're all criminals to them, in between skyscrapers making minimum for rent, chilling and billing while they keep the prison system fed. Patrol us, surviving lively is the operandi modus. From the tribe of alright, now let's focus. Expel our demons like expecto patronum. Respect that we're owning our own destinies. Rest in peace to Athena. Free the poor and jail the leaders. They lead us onto a path of treachery with advanced weaponry and call it security. It's a joke. We're as broke as the chains on us. No more will you take from us. It's hard living when the place that you're from ain't there anymore. Feel like I don't care anymore. Don't know this place. And we don't care about your real estate. I'm from a real estate. I know they want us displaced. Sometimes I get angry, I blame them for me not seeing my family that much anymore. But the walls ain't the same, nah. 20 years I lived in Maiden Lane, and there's never been a marketing suite here before. Back before, way back before, Tox tags were all over. I bought posters, went to 4-star G in Camden, thought I was a soldier. That's my ends, yeah, that's my ends. I'd like to represent, but I can't afford the rent. Spent time protesting, but I got arrested. Too much on my mind not to find that distressing. I'm deleting what they taught, since freedom's what I bought. And I ain't going back to court, forget what you thought. In the words of Shakur, now I'm mature, I dropped the cure. Stay in tune for what's in store. It's hard living when the place that you're from ain't there anymore. Feel like I don't care anymore. Don't know this place. And we don't care about your real estate. I'm from a real estate. I know they want us displaced. Maiden Lane, Agar, Pepwater, Summers, QC, Combo, let's take them. Yeah, yeah.
اوكي حشمله كتتانيت قبلك هاتو كتناو لكن ان شاء الله let us talk about this song. What is about starting from the verses and the message, also the custom. I don't know. It seems strange to me.
Okay. So the song
Yeah.
is it's called Displaced, and it's about me being displaced, me and our communities. But from my first person perspective, I was born in Jeddah, but I'm from Eritrea and I've never been there, so I'm double displaced. And then I grew up in, as I said, this council estate, a ghetto in London. And in that area, because of gentrification, which means lots of rich people and businesses moving to one area, to a poor area, and changing it, making the prices go up. And because of that, they need to be protected by the police, because if rich people are in a poor area, they need like a bodyguard.
So they are living inside this
poor
area,
the poor
but
neighborhood.
they have to be guarded.
Yeah, because they're rich, and they're gonna change the area. You know, they're gonna paint the roads now. Now they're gonna fix the roads. They're gonna paint the walls. Before they didn't. For 20 years, they left us in poverty.
Yeah.
But now that the white people are coming from Somerset, from Worcestershire, from all of these different areas, not in London. They're from suburbs. They're from the rural places, but they have money.
Yeah.
They need to be protected. So to protect them, the police needs to come. If the police are in an area with poor people or with people of color, with black people, brown people, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go together. Because they're there to assault us and to ruin our lives, to make our lives hell, to tell us to leave. So because of that, basically I had for 2 years I was on bail. So I had 4 cases with the police, 4 trials.
Yeah.
And this song is about me being displaced for a 3rd time from my area that I grew up in.
Yeah.
So my home, physically, is Eritrea, because I'm Eritrean.
Yeah.
Everything about me, both my parents are Eritrean. My mom is Tigray, my dad is Saahot. So I'm 100% Eritrean.
Yeah.
But I was born in another country, Saudi. I don't remember 1 second. But all of my pictures from the first 2 years are from there. But my first memories were here.
Have you been there?
No.
No.
My first memories were in Britain.
Yeah.
Does that make me British or English? No.
Maybe British, but not English.
No. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, not to me. Because in my heart, I'm not from here. And I'll fight anyone who says I'm from here. Because of how much they told me I'm not from here.
Okay.
The English people told me, you're a refugee, get out of here. You smell, you're black, go away. You know? So because of that, my identity is so much tied to the displacement and not having a home. And then when I thought I was settled, 23 years later, they told me you have to leave because of, again, of politics, of capitalism and gentrification. So the song is about that.
Okay.
So I'll give you a break, and then I'll tell you about the video. I'll tell you about the video.
Aikini ta kado abbi sugne margadde tifarto anu aikini ado حاجة دا دولتيك يو إذا الليل ado حاجة دا يجي عزتيك إنك نودي نوم معناها ولكي كادو كيس جي عزين قد أو كدلو سان قد ado إريتريا سعودية أما صار الليل بريطانيا اللي بريطانيا كل إننا عارد دونني وكالي منكم هين مري منجي هرسيجان وكالي كيتينه يعني حه أما يكسر تما أما وكالي أكيد تجار فرتو عدمري سيجون اللي قد أما مرة دورونا بوليس عملية 200 أما بوليس لير تنا دورونا كباح نيا دورونا ماكينة نتنهم منن كبالك ما جينا أما يكو بوتتيا كني تما عنصرية بكاكو ذكي اللي تانية كن تشريحهم زيادة الليل أني ناريت مدوتيا كن ذكي ناري أنا مدودك معنا I try to squeeze yeah
okay and then the video is a different narrative, and the narrative and the idea in the video is that I'm from an Eritrea from another planet. If Eritrea was another planet in another galaxy, in another galaxy completely, and there was this war happening there, and there was, you don't know, in the video you don't know what happened, but you know that I'm an alien and I come to this council estate that I actually grew up in, the real one, Maiden Lane,
Yeah.
in this astronaut costume. Afronaut, not astronaut. So
the costume you have.
I had it made completely.
Yeah.
Everything is everything. All of it, the props, everything is custom made to my body. Everything. It's like when you see the Superman movies and the Marvel films and the Iron Man and Spider-Man. It's this. So in terms of my self-esteem, again, being a musician, being an artist allows me to show,
to express yourself,
express my dreams as well.
Okay.
So the video is about imagining an idea of someone who's an alien, because they call refugees, they call immigrants aliens for some reason in the English language. Like we're not human.
Yeah.
So the idea is the alien coming to the area and seeing the racism, the poverty, the inequality, and not understanding. Because if someone comes from you know,
alien, you don't understand.
If someone, even an anthropologist, if an anthropologist from America was to come here, they say, oh, you have inequality, this isn't fair. You know, if we go to America, we say, why don't you have free healthcare? But you have guns. So it doesn't make sense. So the outside perspective is the idea. So my character is an alien who comes to the estate, sees the racism, sees the violence, sees the poverty, and uses alien superpowers like Superman to fight against it, using community and things like that. So you see it in the video.
يا حشمله كتتانت كادو غانتا عارف سوغامايكني تما سيله بوكاكو تما سرسريت كيا ما فيديو ان كتا ديمكي مثلا انا العاصمه الا ني وكاله عم دغين حتيه بالي هيدو ليل غدوبيت بالي كيو مسبتا علي انا اكادحين مثلا تبارو واني عم دغين حتيه هيدو ليل مبقولك مية مدقة والله كم يتكمية مدقة أكان تيا بالي كيوم كني ورشام أكي بلانيتكو إمتى تيا بالك كادو أفلام تبلين تقول كني آلي أنا شرحيني أكو عرش تنين كنا كودا تنين كني عرحيني أما يبالي تما إلا نوكالي أكتو بالي هي بدم ورشو كني تما كاستوم تما سرت أما كني ورشام عرحيني ودو لكني مرقد كني لكن أرودك أما كني ورشام مانجي دمرة كني إنكو دمرت كنكو من اللي إنكو دمرة مبيه كان تاكني هنين سعبالك كافا دقم كذا شيء كبا كده لكن سعود تجبه ما قلنا لمتني أنو لي أما يشرحه ترى إنه جيم ليو بكاكو ليل يحال أنو جيم جيتهم بكاكو من سينو سبتها ما قلنا لما شرحه كني غنوة أرحيانه. Do you add something? Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, just really quickly is so the two rappers who I mentioned previously, Nas, 50 Cent,
yeah,
even Yasin Bey, Mos Def,
yeah,
all of their families, they're all from New York, which is in the north of America, but their families were part of the Great Migration from the south.
Okay.
So Americans,
South in the sense,
you know,
Latin America.
No, as in South
America. Oh, I mean,
of the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know the racist, you know where slavery was.
Yeah.
Well, slavery was in all the states, but then they banned it in the north.
Yeah,
So they had the Civil War.
Sure.
So all of their families were refugees from the southern states, from Georgia and from Texas, from these places, Alabama, and they all moved to New York. Some of them they moved to the West Coast, but they tried to leave there. So the same way that I'm a refugee, and my friends, whether they're from Nigeria, they're from Ghana, or they're from Kosovo, they're from somewhere in the world, they're running from something. So these rappers are the children of immigrants, or not necessarily immigrants, but they've emigrated for a better life, and they're refugees from the south of America. And on top of that, a lot of them, their parents or their grandparents were Black Panthers or were in the civil rights struggle.
Okay.
So, from a failed revolution, they moved and their children became musicians. That's my story. A failed revolution, we had to move, and then we became musicians. So that's the same. My
So
story and the rappers.
Those
is exactly
people
the
are
same.
your role models. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because they taught me that you can do this.
Right.
So, yeah, but that was
Yeah,
the link.
you
Is that
said
they're
that
children of
Try dying, something you said before.
get rich or die trying. That's 50 cents. That's 50 cents thing.
Get rich or try dying.
Die trying. Yeah, that's 50
Die
cents
trying.
thing.
يو كذا بيشمل لكن حسا ينم مثلا زيادة أسوق تجينا لمرقد أبو تجينا مرقد شو تجينا عدارو مثالك هتك كم ليل تما ولا حسان إنه كنتم سنتيميا كنت يبلي ياسين what was the other one the third one ياسين بي ناز تعدوها حيوتي إن كنت ما يكسانو اليوم أنا كتلابي أرحقو بالي تلابي مرة كني كنونم ينكو تما أصون مرقدشان مرقدرين ينكو نيويورك يعني نيويورك يا أمريكا كني زيادة تما يو جروزها مبيحي تنقد دا جنوب اللي كني تما زيادة مانجي سجاينين أما كيكو فورا هديك صراح قاعد تعرفيني كه ريفولوشن ستي معناها civil war كه
The Black
Panthers يا أما يبلي إنكو كما أجوجس أبا مرة كينين معنا أما كارا تندل تويا كنتها أما يبلي كينين أما هي عندهم كينين إنكو سنني هي قد مرة حرية باهن دفولين مرة كينين معنا أنو دا ما جينا لمثال كني إن حاول يا عم
and with those revolutions like the Black Panthers someone like Tupac Shakur who's another very famous rapper who died in 96. His family, Assata Shakur and Mutulu Shakur, all of the Black Panthers, they were either killed by the FBI and the police, assassinated, killed, in exile, like Assata, his aunt, she's in Cuba. She's the most wanted person, she's on the FBI most wanted list.
Still now?
And still to today.
Yeah.
And she's in Cuba. Or imprisoned, like Mumia Abu Jamal, like the Alabama 3. These Black Panthers who they put in jail. So the same as our condition and the condition of Eritreans throughout the world, people, after the we had a war for 30 years, a lot of people dead, some people in jail in other countries or whatever, and on the run as well, exiled. So it's the same story, the black diaspora. And rapping is the same as in Ethiopia they have Azmeri. And Azmeri, right? The singer with the krar.
Okay, yeah.
And you tell the history.
Yeah.
In West Africa, in medieval times, 500 years, 1,000 years ago, they started a thing called the griot, which is a guy who writes poems and songs that have the history of the culture, the codes, the practices. We eat food like this, using our right hand.
Yeah.
Okay, you must wash using your right and then left. All of it in the song. Because it keeps the history. Because even the Quran is rhymes in Arabic.
Yeah.
And that helps memorize it.
Exactly. It's
So
easy.
the same way that these historians in black culture, in African culture, whether it's East Africa, whether it's West Africa, whether it is America, because these people were taken as slaves a lot of the time as part of the diaspora. So we're all the same, and we're all using the same tools, our words, to keep our history. And as Saahot people, we don't have a written language, historically.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why people tried to keep their language verbal and not written was to keep themselves from the powerful, from the kingdoms, from the kings. They kept in the mountains. They stayed away. Because if they came and tried to kill us, or we need to leave, everyone needs to go. Yalla, let's go.
So
there's no evidence.
Disappear.
The history doesn't go because you keep it in your head, you memorize it.
That's right.
And you have to leave. You don't leave your papers behind because there's nothing to leave. So that is another reason why the words, for me, after you do the research and you say, I didn't know why I did it then, but it makes sense 10 years later when I read this book and I see the history.
That's right. I can't tell all the
sorry.
Anyway.
I was just saying the griots and Azmeri singing in the history of African culture, black culture and words and in the Saahot language.
كادو أيكن نبوكاكو إنكو سكر حينم إنكو قبعنو وقتين أنت نمريعة لقينا هالليل إنكو ولا نيجدبو لكني مفاد شيشة أما حاجة لكني معناها إنكم من قمرك هتطلع ننسى وقت حارشنا إنكم سكر حين إنكبعنا مرعنا لكن أدودك منجي تبع أسك مرقد شاع عينها مرقد وجوجوس تما كلتك كم يدرعكم مثلا لكن صاهم سيدهن قد الصحات تقع دارشة دي تلبر كاميرا دي شما قد أنا مسلي يعني أما يكو وتمكنني مرقد تما يفهم مري يفهمن إنك وكذا البصمة كيكي ليل أمان اللي أما قلنا لقندول مري يا بن كدو أتو جيتو وقاقع مرقد هيد عدره وهي الحين إنكو كوي هالحين ممكن نقول لي كده ولا كحنو بهنك مثلا أما يبلك بلقاها نميت جدا ولا كدو صاحو مثلا ينكتب تاريخ يكهلي ولا بصوت مع معكم كتبتني هيك كده نلقى مثلا بصوها جينا هباينين نوسو كده عدره كدو طبعا عدره يعني نم أكينا عدد نمر اللي عدره يعني مرقد هجنته يعني مثلا فريقه بيك تايا ميك بس اللي برضو يعني أيرد ما تفريقا كي كني فانتي أفريقا اللي كليو كارثة سوجم بسو معناها هي وكه بيتانا كهم بكاهم أي كني أهم عدر كي مرقد كني حبيني يعني إثيوبيا اللي إثيوبيا يسيد وات ده أزمري أكاد حين عينها مرقد لون كرارة كما تاريخ ورشونا يكو أنا ما تيا معتي ما رجنيو لكن بكاكو أما جينا اللي قندو كني نو ورشا ينام so how many songs you have you sung can you tell us
so I began when I was 12
you 12
yeah.
You started to sing literally on the stage
no I started to write when I was 12
yeah
when I was 13 I started to produce and compose
yeah
and when I was 14 I had my first performance
so are you songwriter also melodist
yeah like everything composer producer everything so that was
مرقد لما كتمن قد يا عمره كي نقد كني أكتبي ينام صار راح دوحان كتمن كجدا إن شاء الله حنا كهياعو إيشه عدارو إيش معنى كنا so all in all how many
16 years
yeah,
so in one day I can when you're young for the first 5 years you don't stop writing you finish your work in school quickly so that for the rest of the lesson you can sit and write your music,
Yeah.
So you're making like 10 songs a day when you're a kid, 5 songs a day, and then when you become more, when you know the craft, if you're a carpenter, every minute you should be working with the wood and carpet and doing carpentry. Yeah. But then when you get comfortable, when you know the wood, when you know this type of wood, mahogany versus oak, I know that I can do this, I need this kind of chisel, I need this kind of tool.
Yeah.
You do it once a week because every time that you make something it's going to be good. You don't need to practice. You're just actually making it to sell it now or to give it to your family, to make them a chair or whatever. Mm-hmm. So now I don't make songs like when I was a child 5 times a day or 10 songs a day. Now I make
just so you have a lot.
I can make even 4 in 1 year. But those 4 songs are it's from inside me, the ideas, it means a lot to me. Those songs are like my existence. For those 3 months, I can write 1 song. And it's all of my thoughts.
Right, so I guess you have 1 album, one album, Happiness. And Happiness. How many songs are there?
12.
12. And the other one?
So the EP is called Shine Ancient. Shine Ancient.
Yeah,
so and that's 5 songs.
5 songs. كده شريط لما شريط يعني لكن يمكن يقال حسوجم إنكو برجدشو يرحنكو بس زيادة للعل فرقون أكتبوا ريعكن يوم لكن كما أداكو رمه كحنيوه أداكو مرجدشو أكني كما إني دمتو أكها شرحو ديعة أكاد حمي جدا اللي ممكن أفربا لكن أمي رمه إنك أشرح ريعة أو تما إدني قندوك أشرح ريعة أكرهم كني أرحيانهم. If for example I guess rap music is like song of activists. How can you define rap, or how do you distinguish between pop music, hip hop, like what's all this stuff about?
So
how, I mean, all those genres, what's the difference?
Okay, so hip hop is a culture. So hip hop, there's 5 elements in hip hop, and the order is, the first element is DJing. Hip hop, so DJ like this, the turntablism, scratching, and keeping the party alive, keeping the vibe, keeping people happy.
Yeah.
Then the second one is breakdancing. It was the dancing, yeah. The second, and you know when they go, they spin on their head, on top of the head, doing crazy things, spinning around. That's number 2, breakdancing.
It's all hip hop.
Hip hop culture. Number 3, graffiti.
Pictures.
Graffiti, the art, you know. Doing proper crazy styles. Then you have my job, MCing.
What's
rapping. MC means master of ceremonies. So you're controlling the crowd, and the original job of the rapper was to talk about the DJ. The original job of the rapper was, first there was a DJ, a guy called Kool Herc in the Bronx in New York in 1976. He came from Jamaica. Again, this is the black African diaspora. He came from Jamaica.
Right.
And how did he get to Jamaica from Africa? 300 years ago, his people were stolen from West Africa and they took them to Jamaica. Then he went to North America, to New York, and he invented a style of playing music, with two the same records. And then one of his friends said, I need to talk about you, so give me the mic. And so he'd say, my DJ is the best, my DJ is the best, he's the best, he has the best records, he has the best style, everyone loves him in the community, he's very respected. This was the rapper's job. And then the rapper started to say some other things. My DJ is the best, also I'm very good at what I do, I'm very good at words, I'm stylish. My friend is over there, that's my best friend.
So you made them alive by addressing their names and so on.
And then they started to say things like, there's broken glass everywhere and the school is broken.
Right.
Yeah? The government isn't giving us food and money, we're dying. But at a party. So that's how it became something, because at first it's a celebration of we're still alive. Even though we're poor, we can have a party, we can enjoy, we can dance. While we're here, remember the stuff that we had to go through. So that's rap music. So a rapper is one element of hip hop, and I said there's 5 elements, but I only told you 4. The 5th element is knowledge. The 5th element.
Now, like history,
knowledge, history, African history, Islam, everything. Malcolm X, civil rights, everything. Books. You can't be ignorant.
Of course.
So those are the 5 elements of hip hop. And then pop music, you can make hip hop, you can make rap music and make it pop.
Can you compose love music using hip hop? I mean, rap.
There's so many.
Not necessarily the
it's a technique.
violent language.
So rap isn't a subject matter, it's the technique. It means rhythmic poem, rhythmic poetry. Sometimes poetry can be like a haiku. You can just say, we're here in the studio.
Right.
Life is fleeting. That's a poem.
Yeah.
But then if I said something to you with some rhythm and like a drum, those rhythms. So if I say ha ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba, and it rhymes and there's words, you can say anything that becomes rap.
So
and if there's drums.
So different from poem, different from language.
At
the same time with rhythm. Then
with rhythm, with so many techniques, with metaphor, alliteration, with so many funny ways of using language. Wit.
Can it be in other languages? Mostly in English. These
No,
things.
no.
Can it be in other languages?
Yeah, any language.
Any language.
Any language. Everywhere in the world there's hip hop, there's rap.
So why I'm asking this? Because we need in Saho.
I would love to hear a Saho rapper. Any money, like 100% there is a Saho rapper in the world. Not just one. There must be several. In the language of Saho, someone is writing. I don't know if they're recording, but someone is writing rap music in Saho. Definitely.
But
we just need to find them.
I mean, we don't know if it exists. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it has to.
I don't
It
know.
has
I'm not
to.
sure. Yeah.
Because I'm Saho and there's people Saho around the world.
Of course.
I didn't, because I learned Arabic when I was growing up. There must be one of my cousins learned Saho. You know, I know cousins who know Saho. There's so many Saho people, even though they're trying to tell us that it's only a few hundred
If
thousand.
someone gives you words, then you can sing it. Yeah.
But it's way easier for me to teach you how to rap than for you to teach me Saho quickly so we can write a rap. So the quickest way, if we want to get a rap by tomorrow, is for me to teach you how to rap.
Oh, that's better than
Because you need to be a master of the language to be a rapper. A master of the language. I know every English word that I need to know for an intention, and I can swap out those words to make them rhyme. I can give you synonyms.
Do you think randomly? Or
No, it's completely
composed.
yeah.
Fix it.
But I can give you the synonyms for most words so that it can rhyme.
Okay.
You understand? So if I need to say a concept, but I still need to make it work in a song rhythmically, I still need to put it in the pattern that I've established. I can do that because I've read so much. So because you know so much more Saho than me, I can't learn Spanish in 1 week and rap in Spanish or write a book. You need to know all of the words. So for you to know the words,
we have tremendous number of singers in Saho. Very talented. Even though the rap music is not in the Saho culture anyway, but can it be, for example, in modern era like we are now, to convey your message to people who don't speak Saho in words in Saho, but it is in rap. It's possible?
Yeah, of course. Listen, there's rap everywhere. Like, you know, I was in Brazil for a month last year.
Yeah.
There's rap in Brazil for 25 years, 30 years. They've been rapping in Brazil. You know, there's rap in Palestine, in Palestine.
Yeah.
There's rap in Tunisia, in Morocco.
Yeah.
There's rap in China, in Korea. They're rapping. In Japan, they're doing hip hop.
So
you know, so there has to. There's no excuse. And in terms of,
maybe I don't know. Maybe there are some Saho rappers.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There has to be. But talking to the youth.
حشمل كتبتني مثلا ساهو راب ميوزك دي جرامرك تنين إنكو تلفون اللفتون دعتان زيادة عواتي عبد الله لي ستة جيتني أما موسيقى دي جرشون دعتان جمال عواتي رابر كني طبعا راب ميوزك أغنى اللي مساوسنا حولي عماري جي ساهو اللي صار يقول باللي توبله كني والله تما كيكة توبله كني تما دقر هدو مرقدكو ولي حكني بله كنا كله you know, this is all. I mean, we can't finish talking to you. It is very how do you call?
I can't give short answers. Sorry, it's impossible.
Be,
everything connects. It's all linked in context. So
I am out of my question. Is that I am following you. You know, right after one another. Let me just move to another topic. Like as a Saho, as Eritrean, we have community established in different diaspora. Of course, you express yourself based on your your upbringing, your area, the environment, everything you were expressing yourself,
My history.
your history, of course. How can you be involved in the Saahot community from now on, or have you been involved in any activities in London or somewhere else in among the Saahot, for example, or Eritreans in general?
So that was three different questions.
Right.
So I'm trying to think the answers for each of them, and which one should I answer first, whether it is. So what I'm gonna say is I haven't been to this building, which is the Saahot community in London, for a long time, for maybe 10 years, since I was 16. One of the reasons is even when I was going to Eritrean community, which is lots of different ethnicities and different religions, Christians and Muslims.
Yeah.
Generally here, the majority of Saahot are Muslims, so here it was Muslims.
Yeah.
A lot of the people here were my cousins. Some of them weren't. I didn't know them. I didn't know the families. But when I was a kid coming here, I didn't get along with people. Me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a refugee, it told me I was different. And
But
even
they are also refugees like you.
No, a lot of the time they weren't. So the people my age were born here, but maybe their older brother or their older sister,
okay.
I would get along with them. But I never got along with the people my age. Even my cousins, I would always be with their older brothers or sisters. So, and on top of that, because I'm always thinking differently, and I was always doing different things, someone would say, Yalla, we're going to play football. I wanted to read. Why aren't you playing football? Everyone's playing football. I don't want to do what everyone's doing. Get out of my face. Don't tell me what to do. And I get angry. Yeah. And then everyone's like, oh, we don't like Awate. He's different. He's always shouting. He's always doing something different. So because of that, and then a lot of it also came from conventions. Yeah?
Like
conventions of culture, conventions of Islam.
Yeah.
This is haram. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't listen to this. You shouldn't do that. But instead of saying like all the other kids, okay, I won't, and then doing the haram in secret,
they do. I mean,
yeah, they still do it.
Yeah.
I would argue because I want a communication in terms of why.
Mm-hmm.
Why? How come? Again, you said one of the things you said earlier. How come? Like music is haram, but then you get someone who's not Muslim, someone
you invite
Tigrinya to sing you a song who's Christian at the wedding.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like how come the Quran rhymes? If music is haram, how come there's poetry in the book that we all talk 5 times a day? You listen to this book.
Yeah.
But someone sings it in the adhan is a song. It's beautiful. It's a melody.
Yeah.
So these were the things I was talking about, and because of the thing that we need to speak about, which is the difference in generations in the community, in any diasporic community.
Yeah.
Because of those differences, and I'm not saying I was the only one asking questions or the only one in trouble, but I was that person, not the only, but one of the people.
Yeah.
It made me feel isolated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something. That's
So,
something. That's
this
something.
is what happened. Yeah.
That's
no.
what. That's what can happen when our parents have come from a world where it's their country, it's their religion. Yeah. Even it's their culture. Whatever's happening. Even if it was a war, or even if we were in diaspora somewhere else, the parent, maybe let's say you grew up in Sudan.
Yeah.
It's everyone's black, everyone's Muslim, everyone knows what's right and wrong. But you come here and you're telling your children this is right, this is wrong. Navigate it. Good luck. Here you go. We want you to go to school. And when you leave the house, you're in England. But when you're in the house, you're in Eritrea. Yeah? The food, you're eating what? You're eating injera, you're having shiro, you're having alicha.
Yeah.
You eat with your hands. When you're outside, you have to eat with a knife and fork because the food is different. It's not injera. They don't give you injera, or unless it's a sandwich or a burger.
Yeah.
But everything is different about the culture outside the house.
Inside your house is Eritrea, outside is
It's
different.
not. Yeah. How are you gonna survive? Or how are you gonna be right? Always at home, you're gonna be Eritrean, and for me, an Eritrean Muslim, and then outside, you have to decide who you are. Because if you do everything that you do at home outside,
Yeah.
as I faced, trouble happens. You get arrested, you get excluded, and if you bring the stuff from outside in the home, then maybe your family, your mom, your dad is okay with it, but then your auntie and uncle, they're not. Or your cousins say, you're weird, how come that happens? Your parents let you do different things. So, these are the conversations that we need to have
Yeah.
in the community, because it creates this confusion.
But there are two things, like, you know, you said when you are at home, you are Eritrean.
Not Eritrean. No, you don't change who you are, but you
I
are
mean-
in where you are.
I mean, you are having all the stuff, like in Nigeria, as you said, everything is Eritrean inside the house, most of the time. But we have two things, like one we call assimilation, and the other one is integration. Yeah, which one is better for is assimilation or integration? What you have to be in other community?
I don't know. I don't know which one is better. Because first we have to define them exactly, right?
Okay.
I don't know what your idea of assimilation
My
is or what integration is. One of the things one of my mentors said to me was comply, don't conform.
Mm-hmm.
And I always try to go with this one. So if it's similar to that, comply. Follow the rules, but don't become the rule. Don't put them in your heart.
That's I think exactly. But you know, integrate means be part of the community. Community in the sense that you are in London, be a Londoner. Do most of the things that you have to do necessarily to do, like going to shop, working with the different people, engage, help. But assimilation will be different. Doing everything they do.
Okay, so
which is
how
not
about...
which is not fit with your culture or with your upbringing or with, as you said, as your with your rules. So,
But in a country that's not designed for us, it's hard. So let's say you want to do an event, and in the event there's a bar, you know, but you have women, hijab women coming to the event. That will mean that you can't, you know what I mean? You have they say we can have the venue for free or £50, you can have the venue, but there's a bar. All of these things play into the fact that whether people will come or not, you know? Or if your child, the only job they can get is working in a pub, in a bar, serving alcohol, or in a restaurant where they have to, it's bacon, it's pork, they have to prepare pork. They're not eating it, but they have to be around it. I had to do that. I had to be I was a KP, I'm washing the dishes, I'm cleaning the cups, but they're cooking bacon, so I had to smell it. And I had to say to them, I need to leave because I'm going to throw up, because the smell of bacon is it's the worst smell in the world. So you have to decide what is going on and how you can survive. You know what I mean? And how your children are going to navigate a world where everything is wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, we don't want to be out of the topic, like maybe mostly the personal, but as a community, when we say as a community, I think you have something in common, and you can still be yourself as a community. Maybe you have one language, one culture. So, for example, this is the country that allows you to do these things. I mean, we are Saahot community, so it is registered. Like, for example, now, I mean, these things are allowed, and if you are allowed to do these things, why you don't have to follow this opportunity? Then again, what single person does and the whole community does is different. As Awate or as Ahmed, I can do maybe different, but as a community, we should do. We should be integrated but not assimilated. This is the thing that I have to ask you about. Like, can we, for example, as a singer, as a rapper, as a celebrity, can you come closer to our children, for example, or not necessarily children, but people like in your age, to come to the community, then involve in different activities. I'm not saying in Saahot community only here, but all over the world.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You should not be there, then say, I am Saahot or I am Eritrean. It's not enough, that's what I'm saying. If you know what I mean.
To some extent, but I mean, in all honesty, there's a part of me that's like, with all due respect, how dare you? You don't know what I do. You don't know what I think. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like, there's that, the defensive part, which is seeing the question as being, if I was more immature, I could see that question as being insulting, as saying, how come we don't see you? Why aren't you doing anything for your community?
The question is innocent question.
Yeah,
Just,
I know it is. I know it is.
Yeah.
But for me to accept all of that, I have to accept some of the stuff behind it, which is we haven't seen you here.
Agree.
So that's why I started it by saying, when I came here, when I went anywhere, I'd have a fight. Anywhere. I went to a new person, I've never met them before. We're having a fight. I'm arguing with them when I was a kid. That happened. So I'm explaining why haven't I been here? Because of that. But then, me talking about my experiences allowed me to extrapolate the ideas to do with the judgmental ideas of a diasporic community. Any diasporic community. If people come from Romania and they come to London, they're going to say, how come you're not being Romanian? You're acting like an English child. Whatever it is.
Yeah, okay.
In any society, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that is something that generally the Saahot community, as well as every other community, needs to come to terms with. Your children can't be the way that you want them to be if they're not growing up back home. So you can't expect them to be exactly the same as you.
No.
And have the same thoughts as you. And the same ideas.
Absolutely
and have
no.
the same friends, the same partner, whatever it is, you have to accept it.
Yeah.
If your children want to be happy, they want to be happy, whatever it is. If they're doing bad things, that's bad for them, you can tell them that. But at the end of the day, judgment makes people run away. Yeah? If you tell someone you're wrong, I don't want you to be here, whatever, because they're doing something that isn't part of your cultural norm, but you've brought them into a country where the norms here are completely different. So, what I can do by being the bridge is, firstly, this is the most important thing we need to talk about. That's why people don't go back to their families. People don't go home because they're ashamed. They don't want to go to their family. They've got a partner. Their family doesn't like them. She's not Eritrean. they're getting married to a woman who's, if they had a family at home okay, we love you, but we don't love your wife because we don't see how you can marry someone who's not from the same culture, the same whatever.
Yeah.
These are the things that will destroy the community. These are the things we need to talk about first. But a real quick list, I can do teaching, I can come here, I can do youth work, I can do music, I can do education, I can talk about philosophy, I can run events, whatever it is. But in terms of why I particularly haven't been here, or why other people, I don't know about other people, what I can do and why I haven't done it yet.
That's the point he said now.
I'm trying to firstly get to a point where I can be self-sustained, where I can pay my rent, doing what I love. And on top of that, I'm trying to find out more about myself and my culture and my history. So I have books, but I'm trying to get to them. My parents will ask me, how come you haven't done a song about your country or back home or this subject, whatever it is. And it's because I have a plan. creatively to get there. So if you're saying how come you haven't done a song about, I don't know, anything, just a Saahot song, a song about being Saahot or whatever it is, any topic, it's because for me creatively there's a plan, and being asked to do something makes it harder to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not your own thoughts.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything.
All good.
Really, this was introductory part with you, because I only saw you once face to face. Of course I heard of you, your father, but at least knowing what we are doing, what your people are doing. I'm not necessarily speaking about you as Awate. I'm speaking. You are just talking. You know how we go. We are speaking about all the young generation, not necessarily to wear exactly my shoes, but to follow some sort of your footsteps, like taking your language, learning your language, be proud of who you are, and helping the elderly or the one in a difficult situation, like helping your people, help to everyone, but also help your people, be closer to them. That's his general message. But we would like you to involve in various activities in Saahot community. When I say Saahot community, generally, not in London only. We do have, for example, I don't know if you can come this time. There is Saahot Festival, which will be conducted in August, 16 to 19 August. Please, if you come, we are very much to have you there, and you will enjoy it. You will meet a lot of people, and as an artist, as an intellectual also, you can learn something from that, more than you already know. Then do something. When you get to know each other, then you can help, you can do something, or that the starting point is being together, being closer to each other. That is, I mean, generally, we are not saying you are lost, you are like that, you are not, you are useless. Not like that. We are proud of you, what you are doing. But because we are jealous, we are jealous.
Yeah.
Why, with all his kids, I mean, I want to say his, generally like people, you and the other people, why they don't be part of their community and also do these things. This is the general issue with us. Do you want to say something?
No, with all due respect, this is the first time I've been asked, and I'm here as well. By the way, so it's not like I've been asked. I've been doing teaching in so many communities, in so many poor neighborhoods, in so many areas where people have asked me to come, and I've been there. But I haven't been asked to come here. I have never been asked to come here and do teaching. And it's not about the Saahot community just in London or just in this building for sure. Mm-hmm. It's about internationally. And internationally, I haven't been invited to any groups, Facebook, to talk and build that community, WhatsApp groups. So in terms of doing that and building that, I truly think you need to write a rap in Saahot, 100%. And I think we need to do it.
Okay.
But I think that kind of thing, right, embracing the language of the 21st century, which is using art, using rap. There are so many creative people, so many creative Eritreans, so many creative Saahot people throughout the world, in different countries with different things. We have a camera and a computer right here and a microphone and lights, and we're able to do this with just a few things. Yeah. So if someone has some paint and their talent is to paint something, if someone has engineering background, whatever it is, we can talk and we can build things. Exactly. For me, the most hopeful thing is the future because of the power of the diaspora. Sure. I have a degree in nothing, right? It's in arts and humanities, so I can't build anything. but some people know medicine, some people know cosmology, they know quantum, they're doing quantum mechanics, and these are the people that are going to help us young Eritreans, young Saahot people, build a future. Sure. We can build a country here. Sure. We can build our future here. We can come together and we can talk and we can organize.
That's the point.
And that's what it is.
That's the point.
So for me, that's why I say the most important one is to build the dialogue, and for that to happen, people need to say sorry, and people need to say sorry before they say something, and they need to say some hard things, and some people need to say sorry for the way that they've acted before and their ideas before. And I think that conversation needs to happen with the older generation saying to us, we're sorry, we didn't know this country was going to be bad for you. We didn't know it was going to be racist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the diaspora, I feel that could help. And you know what I mean?
That's right. Let me do a recap.
Okay.
Hashmale katabtainit normal barinanta wagro ko nababra نساعدك كتبتامي تانين يكوديا من قمرك لكن عندما سو إنكو فدينا التنيني إنجليش كافا عالم اللغة يكهينيا سينكو أيكني مصر يا من كه نارجة زيادة كذا باش مرة دوان شان أنا ما يكني أتو تدل الدعيه ني community دول ندو دا مثلا ساهوتيا كو مريح نكمين واني متابم عقب مكي هدول مريح صاحو كشم يكو مكي معناه مريح الحاحة كيكا عبع يونيه بالله إله تجينا أفتي مثلا أفتقراك إني كايد هبانا إنهم كيا مالي كيه كده مرة مالي أكي دعل مريانين من عادجة فأكي لقاتها معنا كني ولتيولي من لاجرو كني لكن ننه تنوجينه ني أما أبا يعني حدثك أكوكراتك حدثوا الحين أما أبا يعني عيو نمد أكهبانك أكيم أباك تما تنفري أكهبنك نانو لين نيجابوكو أكنا تنافع نلتاني نيم فع نلتاني عندهم يا الحين تياك النواجد دي أجينا حكتم تودعتا يا الحين تياك إنها كارح سجم وسوق ليل تما أكه يا منم كني يو يشرح نلتاني ما يكو أيك إنها كارح سجم نبى مراك عندما رفند نبقى برسياني أما تما شديك لك يعني كه ديك لك عرسميكه إشي برا أوروبا لندن والبهتياك وما جينا هدوك تنكو تكم مكي أما قد تما إلبا هي يعني كي عرقو إلتاني أبا أما يكسر راح تنفند وقروكي لكن نسمع إذا الليل كابنت النالتاني كذا community مثلا دودا إذا الليل كلنا كتجد دقنته نبى مراك عند مرة وغيرني فرشيشة يعني عندما أين فرشيشة نسرة نملي عندما رأى أين فرشيشة نسرة نملي نانو ممكن لو أنا يلود عنا ومن يلود عنا كده لكن نني هوية كهنو ميلين نو ما قدّا حتى أنت تسيبه كني فندم نانو الجاهزين كنو الحيانة راب ميوزك ليل أبو رعاتيك تنينكو أما يابنو أنا أبان كواك هبتانا كاسيني درسك دي الشيء كني يقال حسوجم مرقد شيء تكيت النينكو مرحين أنت عواتي لي ستجيتني هيك اللي أجنا أما أجنا اللي موسيقى مثلا تمرأيك ولا صارت عيدا ولا كويمي ومن مرك هدجيران عينه لكني مرقدك إني دولة لكن ده كانوا ينام تما تستايل أما قد منقع عيناك إني فهمت اللعب الشرعي تام يعني الحين تياو كني إلي وأنا شان ننام there are many comments for example keep it up brother we are proud of you قامنا يشوا إنكو تعلق عاوة تشتاي مرك إنكو نعرف مريء إنه we couldn't read all the comments. Probably you will see after.
Yeah, I'm gonna check through.
You can answer the questions if there is. السرر يعني يا إني يمكو علاجي يبلها كوقت سنة لقى حكيني إنكو كايد وكمسا يعني مرة كجام نشوف سنك نرحه عواتي تاني يوتيوب اللي أكل تدينكو طبعا لندن اللي يعني أكن ملحنكو تياك إني معنا. I read about you. You are one of 7 rappers in London. Is that right?
No.
I read somewhere. I mean, one of the best singers. I mean, singers.
Oh, one of the best. Oh, I'm the best.
Yeah.
It's not 7. No.
One of the 7.
No, one. No, not one of the 7. One of the one. Maybe you read that. I haven't seen that.
Really? I read that.
But I'm gonna confirm that it's number 1.
Wow.
Number 1, not 7. Number 1, and that's me. Okay.
I read Camden North London rapper, one of the 7 best Londoners.
I think it was the most inspirational Londoners, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. I think that was in the newspaper, in the Evening Standard.
Yeah, newspaper.
Yeah.
Standard something.
Yeah. Thank you. But you know what I'd like to?
Yeah.
I just like
we are at the end of the closing. So
yeah. Because I wanted to speak to you as honestly as possible, right? Which is why I said
that's what we want.
Like even in the middle of it, I said if I was younger, I could have taken this in this way, and then
that's right.
I was truly exploring the conversation, and being as honest as possible. With that said, like to be from somewhere that you haven't been, that you don't know if you're gonna go.
Right.
Yeah, this is why I made this song, Displaced. Like I haven't been to the place where I'm from. You know, the amount of history that I do, the amount of reading, I can talk to you, you're a linguist, yeah? What I tell people, you know, I tell them, my name is Awate, it's Tigre, it means victory. In Tigrinya, it would be Awet. There's 9 languages in Eritrea. Around 3 of them are Semitic, which come from the same South Semitic branch of the linguistic tree, the same as Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic, all of these, Phoenician, all of those ones. Then you have my dad's language, which is Saahot, which is similar to Afar and Oromo, which is the largest ethnic group, single ethnic group in Ethiopia. And the Cushitic languages, you know, we have Somali, we have people in Sudan, and you know, this is the Kush from the land of Kush. And
so you talk about this?
I talk about it all the time, but I want to know so much. I listened for nothing for, you know, for 2 years. The only music I listened to is Eritrean music recently. You know, in the last couple of years, when I told you I have plans to write this, I have my 3rd album. Right now, I'm making my 2nd one. Yeah. But number 3, in a few years, is all supposed to be exploring these ideas of who am I? How come we don't know who we are? How come we're, you know, my family members who came to London, who were born in London or they came to London, went to another country to fight and are dead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because our families came from fighters for a country that some people didn't get to see. Yeah. And on top of that, we play these computer games that, you know, in the Iraq War, you know, we're Muslim children in a country that fights against our religion that we feel, you know, in school the kids tell us, you know, go away, you're Muslims or whatever, but then physically, actually, this country has been in a war since 2003, 2001 in Afghanistan, 2 Muslim countries, they've been killing them. So when we play the computer games, when we watch the films, who's the bad guys? It's the Muslims. So then, this crazy thing happens in the world, this vacuum is created, and ISIS happens, and Syria, and people from London, black Muslim kids, people who weren't even Muslim, they just wanted to fight, went to another country to die. Even though here we have the NHS, we have health, we have all of these things. Why? Because we don't know who we are. So we think we can become our fathers 30 years ago. That's right. What was my dad doing the same age I am now? We always think about this. What was my mum doing? When she was 28, where was she? Was she in Asmara? Was she in the villages? Was she already in, I don't know, living in America, tried to make money, you know, as a nurse, as a nanny with some from rich family? What were they doing? And you can't imagine it because we've lived in the diaspora in Europe or the West. It's such different to what our parents must have grown up with that we feel guilty that maybe we have more. There's so many questions we have. I want to know about Saahot, for example. I have this book, the Saahot of Eritrea. You probably know the author.
Yeah, Dr. Abdul Kader.
So in that, there's a thing about clans and the different Saahot clans and this and the laws and the customs. I didn't get taught about that. I want to know about that. I want to talk to my dad and say which one are we, and the sub clans, all of this. Yeah. But we don't get taught that. No one was going to sit down and say, okay, son, they're going to teach you about. Make sure you pray. Don't say bad things to your mum. But they don't teach us the aspects of Saahot culture like this, the details.
I got all your points because really that is facts. Of course, maybe your dads or moms think when they say do this, don't do that, don't do this, they meant all good for you. This is the perception they have in general.
Yeah,
but
it's for everyone's parents. My parents, they let me do anything because they knew that it wasn't going to be good either if they said no anyway. So
yeah, so
for everyone, yeah, the no, everything is wrong.
Everything is wrong is generally doesn't mean that they to hurt you or to hurt someone. Just it is parental issue anyway. But generally, I got your idea. I mean, we have to come together as parents, children, and if you are yourself, you can help someone else. If you get lost in the sense, doesn't mean you disappear or die, but you lost who you are, like who I am. Maybe sometimes you may ask a question, who I am. Then, when you are closer to your community, as you are saying now, history about your country, your people, the area, and so on, and so on, and so on, then you can say, oh, I am this. Then you will be proud in front of everyone. So that's what we mean to do. I mean, the time has come now, really, to come to terms, to come together. Look, this opportunity was not some years ago, like we are doing now. Then in front of our audience. Communicating with them. For example, look here, saying someone is admiring, I wish you all the best. Think for you, it is very important idea. So we are doing the networking.
We're in the same room. Every single person here is in the same in different continents. We don't know where they are.
We have 30 people now, 32 together, live together discussing about what? About us. So starting from now, we have to come together. If the community come together, can help other communities. If you are functional in your community, you are functional in London as a citizen, as one of them. So all the perception they may have also may be changing. Slowly. You can be a role model. Now, this is really a good opportunity to have you here in our studio today. We are very proud of you. Thank you so much for coming. Really, we appreciate your contribution. Keep it up. We will keep in touch. When we have to make maybe a plan, we know you are very busy. But before I go, I want to play one song for them. If you want, you can comment on it.
Okay.
Which one do you... may I play... I don't know. What's Fly? What's that?
Play Out Here.
Out Here. This one probably?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see how that starts. Okay, let me change.
Locked inside, but I'm still out here. Yeah, I'm still out here. Yeah, I'm still out here, brethren. The streets talk, I study clear lessons. Professing I have no peers, second to none. I bun anyone who wants to tell me back my tongue. I'm just trying to shine as beautiful as my mum. It's not suitable for you to try to test me, especially since I don't know whether I'm insane or not. Pressure's got me in pain a lot, cops sweating me, my fist defending me. Suddenly several scum descend on me. Self-esteem, I got the recipe. I flow like the Red Sea and wash away the wealth of thieves. On the line, got a lot of demons locked inside, but I'm still out here. Yeah, I'm still out here. Yeah. Got a lot of demons locked inside, but I'm still out here. Gonna be a favorite rapper out here. You know that we are gonna kick the beast out here. Out here. All my people in detention, bring them out here. All my people locked in prison, get them out here. Yeah. This is where you can see tragedies for you and me, and black families under scrutiny.
اوكي حشمالي كتتنت قامنا هشو سينك نادحي. Thank you Awate for everything. Thank you for your how do you call book of information. And we wish to have you again in our show. Of course, we will keep in touch. And if you want to say just hello to Sim, say goodbye, or if you want to speak in Arabic, I don't know, in Saho, in Tigrinya, whatever. Feel free, just the closing.
Just peace. Ma'asalama. Thank you so much for the time. Please stay in contact. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Send me a message. Thank you.
Thank you. قامنا هشو عواتي عبدو Abdalla نسعل حشمالي كتتينت أبيك أبلي سبتن حجرات اللي أبشنو كنو أكا تبلينيكا حشمالي مرقدشينا رابر أكنا الإنجليز عواتي Abdalla لي كن سجنم أكي وقت كيما لي كي